Hey you guys, it is a wrap. 2017 is in the books. This has been an incredible year. It's the first full year of our Average Joe trading community, and I am so thankful for all of you guys that stuck with me, that helped me grow this community into what it is. And it's truly turning into a community. We're one big family. You know, and the problems and the issues that I've seen in other communities, other chat rooms, we just don't have. And I think a lot of it centers around the ability you guys have to talk with each other, to PM each other, to ask each other questions about what they're thinking. I mean, it's really a strong network. And I am looking so forward to 2018 and continuing to go stronger. It's not about how many, members. We've got plenty of members. But it's about the community. It's about being able to be there for each of the members that we have and give them the personal support. So when you're emailing somebody, when you email me, you're going to get me answering, because I'm the only one at the other end. And it's really made a big difference. So I can't thank you guys enough for the support and for making this year, a phenomenal year. Now, I will be doing a recap video this weekend. It'll be a little bit longer than normal because we're doing the week, the month, and then the year and as a whole, and kind of talk about a couple of things that really stood out throughout the year. So to be a little bit longer, it may not get out tomorrow, it may not be till Sunday, or things may just come together and click and it gets out tomorrow, but we'll see. Just look forward to it. But just can't thank you guys enough for all of your support. Even you guys on YouTube, friends on Facebook. If you shoot me an email, ask me a question, I'm going to be there to answer. Doesn't matter whether you're a member of our community yet or not. I'm here to help and try to help other people achieve their goals and their dreams. And that's what it's all about for me. Alright, so let's take a look at what we did today. WATT, WATT, is a lower float stock, but that's kind of what we've been trading this week. The typical stocks that I watch were non-existent. They were not in play. And one thing about day trading, if you're going to day trade, you've got to find stocks that are in play that's going to give you opportunities. I don't really like trading these lower float stocks, and you could see why if you're trading this along with me. How we get these abrupt moves. Things can pop up 20-30 cents on a dime, and that's just the way low float stocks move. But we've been nailing this, and again, it's you can see once I get through the day, you're gonna see how happy I was, and then the last hour just physically made me sick. But we'll look at that in a minute. Let's start with the trades we took. Okay, I took my time today. I wanted to get in up here, and I was like, no, I'm going to wait until the market opens. I can make good money. I don't have to nail everything. We try to nail everything within our plan. So my plan was to wait for the open, let the first candle put in, and let's get after it. I did that, but the stock had other plans. It pulled back. This can happen. This absolutely can happen, and you have to be ready for it and be ready to accept it. So I did that. Was able to catch my first cover down here. It's based on price action. This wasn't my first target, obviously, because I would have got profit here, but I had to take it based on the price action and then end up covering it up here right at break even. So we locked in a couple of bucks here right off the bat. I waited for the rejection here, waited for it to pull back to VWAP, And I waited for it to show weakness around this 5-minute opening range low. This level, once it sets, becomes solid. And I wanted to respect it. So as we came back, I went ahead and got in. We pulled back. I took profit at the same level again, just in case we got stuck. And we did get stuck. So I ended up stopping out here again. This was a profit stop, but I was able to make, some good profit on this. So again, I waited for it to test, and once we rejected, I was able to get short here. This was as beautiful as you could get a setup, because I wasn't going to use the 9 of the VWAP. The 20 of the VWAP. I had the 9 right here. I had the 5-minute opening range close right here, the low. So this was a pretty good setup. I got in and I took profit at strategic points along the way. It's even more important that you do that on low float stocks, because like I said, these can turn on a dime, and you can sit here and try to read price action, and before you know it, you get a candle that pops on you like this, and you give up a whole lot of profit. So I scale out along the way. So I scaled out here, and even though I was in with half size today. I said I'm not going to push the envelope. I traded half my normal size. I was able to, scale out, book some good profit, and, really feel good about the morning. So again, I got short here, took profit here, and then, ended up getting stopped out here. So this was time for I was going to lunch, and I told everybody, watch for the squeeze at lunch. I felt a squeeze coming at lunch, and so I went ahead and just put my long order in, before I left, and I put a stop here at 25, I believe. And so unfortunately, what happened was, let me see, at 11:30, what happened was I had an order that was twice what my position size was. And so when it hit my stop, it took me out short, and then it took me out of my long position, and it made me short. So it took me out my 500 shares long position where it got stopped here, and then it shorted me 500. So all of this, I was short, and I wasn't even logged in. I was just looking at the chart on my tablet. I take it with me at lunch, and I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm just excited. And I log in, and I'm down. I'm down like almost $400, and I'm like, what the heck? And that's what happened. I messed up the order here, and as soon as I saw this, I just flipped it long. So, and this is the only trade I traded 1,000 shares in. I flipped it long right here. I covered my 1,000 shares and added 500 long, and I had that's what I took up here, and I had to close out because I was trying to come back in the house, and I didn't want to. When I come in the house, it automatically switches to wireless, and sometimes it kind of messes things up, so I had to go ahead and take it off. And when I came back and I logged in, this is the trade we got after lunch, where we got in off of the hold of the 9, and we got these moves up. I got here, hit my profit stop here, let it pull back, got in again, and nailed this move. And then once we got back here, I went short. You know, I took profit here, here, here. Then got stopped out on this. And then I got short here. Covered on the way down. And I was expecting a bounce here, off right at this level, which is why I took my position off. But now you'll see here in a minute why I went from celebrating an awesome day, you know, $1,500, and this should have been $2,000. It really could have been $3,000. You'll see in a minute. But you know, if it hadn't been for this file up here, then this would have been an awesome day. But I'll take it. Believe me, I'll take it. And you know, if you're in the chat room, if you're in the community, one of the things you see is I stream this live. You see my orders as they process. You see the tape here. So you could easily, you know, match up my orders with time and sales. You can see that it's not delayed. You know, you're not watching, or you're not seeing a recording of me doing something and then editing it. You see it happen live. It's live, it's unscripted. Whatever happens, happens. And unfortunately, it's uncensored. So you may hear something that I may not want people to hear. But this is real life day trading. This is what happens every day when I trade. Whether I'm on the mic with you guys or whether I'm here by myself. Actually, if I'm here by myself, I'm even worse. You know, I'm really, you know, letting things go. And that's just, you know, that's just an immature way of dealing with your frustration. But, you know, I've come up with different ways to deal with it, how to channel it. You can't eliminate it. You can't bottle it up and put it inside you, because that's unhealthy. You have to release it, but you have to release it in healthy ways. In ways that it's not going to affect your mental energy, because we have a limited amount, and it's not going to affect your decision making. And, you know, that's kind of what I've worked on real hard for the last month. And I've seen, well, for the last year, and I've seen significant progress. And I'm really looking forward to improving going into 2018. And that's something that's we're going to have to fight and deal with our whole trading career. And we always have to stay on top. The minute we forget about it and think we got it, it's going to creep up and jump back on us again. So that was my day on Watt. Now here's why I got really pissed at the end of the day. This is where I covered my last position. And I'm thinking, hey, I nailed this trade. We'll probably bounce here because of this level. We'll probably bounce. And if we bounce and kind of reject up here, then I'll get short again. Well, I got out. We kind of sold off. Okay, I'm fine. Let's wait and see if it comes back and test this. It didn't come back. It just kind of traded sideways and sold off again. I do not like getting in trades like this, especially late in the day, because oftentimes, more times than not, they kind of trade sideways and then they explode up after 3 o'clock. So I didn't want to get in that. So here we got the next leg down and we're trading sideways. It's about 3:30 now. I'm not getting in a trade. And you can see we got all the way down to 19. I covered up here at 25. So now you see, I'm thinking I caught the meat of the move. I only caught half of the move. And this is what really upset me. I'm glad that we don't have a trading day tomorrow and I got 3-4 days to get over this. But I was really excited, really pumped up, and felt real good about my trading until this happened. So, you know, this is a product of not really staying engaged and just kind of getting loose and you know, sitting back, thumping your chest, thinking you've done something, and you miss out on the biggest move of all. So that's why I said I could have doubled what I made here. I could have made another $1,500 easy. I mean, a blind man could have made $1,500 if you got in here. And I still had my 500 shares I could have shorted. But unfortunately, things didn't work out. But that was my day. I'm happy we put 1506.48 in the books. We'll see what that adds up to, but this week should be better than last week, and we were down one day. So really pumped up about going into 2018. All right, so that's it for me today. You guys look out for my video tomorrow or Sunday. It's going to talk about my year. Going to talk about some the issues lately with SureTrader and, you know, some other things we're looking at going forward. So you guys have a great evening, a great night, and if you don't get to see any of my videos this weekend other than this one, I want everybody to have a safe and happy new year. You know, bring it in right, because come Tuesday, January 2nd, we're going to be going after it. So if you guys aren't a part of it, if you're still on the fence, you know, you want to take this opportunity to come join us. All right, guys, so we will see you later on. If I see you tomorrow, we'll talk then.